Hey YouTube, this is another HVAC video. This is one of those do-it-yourself videos where it's one of those things that doesn't require much HVAC training to know what you're doing. In this case, I'm going to be showing you guys how to insulate line sets. So we have two lines. We have the suction line, which is actually the cold pipe. Believe it or not, the cold pipe is actually your suction pipe coming back, and this hot one is going in. You want to insulate the big one and not the small one. So the line is running pretty cool on my 3-ton unit, which is upstairs, and the 4-ton unit here downstairs, that is ice cold. So I'm gonna shut the units down, and this is the first step. So the first step is to shut the units down, because if it's hot and humid outside, you don't want your lines getting wet because the insulation will just trap moisture. So as you can see, I got the lines bare, and I tried to sand off all the old gooey insulation material that's cooked on there. And the old insulation is kind of crusty on the outside. As you can see, it's starting to crack. So I got some new stuff that'll fit it. So it's kind of hard to hold my camera and do this at the same time. You gotta do what you gotta do. So as you can see, this Armaflex here, it's sized for the line. They're both 7/8, which is kind of surprising. But as you can see, it's got some tear strips that protect the glue. So you just fit it over the pipe. You kind of dry fit it to start. Just get it over the pipe. Nice and easy. Your liquid line here, your small pipe, which is going in on the air conditioning mode, stays bare because it's supposed to be able to shed some of the heat as it runs inside. And your suction line coming back, even though it's coming back and it is cold, you want to keep it insulated so it doesn't get covered in condensation, and so that it stays cold so that the compressor can cool down. So just kind of fit it over there like that, and I stripped the old insulation off already. So you get it to a comfortable length where you're happy with it. And you take your scissors, and this is how easy it is. There is one more part I'm going to show. If my stupid iPod Touch dies on me and stops recording for some reason, I'm going to show you the part where you cover it with aluminum foil tape to reflect sunlight, because this stuff is eaten by sunlight. It just destroys it out here in the desert. So yeah, once you get it to a length where you're happy, which I'd say is right about there where I'm grabbing it, you just cut it. Pardon me, I have to set it down. Get it cut. Just fit it on. And carefully peel back these tear strips. Oh man, this is so hard to hold the camera. So yeah, you just start tearing the plastic back. And get it pressed up against where the old insulation was coming out. And the insulation will seal itself. It's really nice. So it's already stuck together. I suppose I can just pull these out the rest of the way. And there is a thermostat wire. And there's a number of different things that you can do to try to secure it. But you just go around the insulation like this, And try to fold it shut as best you can, because sometimes it'll overlap a little bit and you'll have some sticking out. But that's what that tape is for that I got. And that stuff is going to pretty much do the rest of the job for me. So yeah. Now, we go and get our aluminum foil tape. Which should be in here. I was fixing up some of the ductwork around here. Here it is. It's backed with paper because it's aluminum foil. And don't just buy the cheap plastic tape that says it's aluminized, because it's actually just packaging tape that's not even really good. And it just has a semi-translucent shiny coating on it. You can actually see daylight through it. And it will get destroyed and eaten up by the sun. But aluminum foil won't. It reflects radiant heat very well. So, just cut off a strip that you're going to use, and I'm going to coat it in strips. So, just coat it in strips. And bend one of the corners back until the paper begins to separate from the foil. And you got to be careful, because it will wind up on you once the paper comes off. The aluminum will kind of roll up on you and stick together. And there you go. So, oh shit. Problem with some types of aluminum is that it's very springy. Although aluminum is one of those metals that's very susceptible to being bent. It likes to spring back depending on what type it is. So yeah, you just put strips over it, making sure that there's no bare insulation, and just tap it down. Until it's completely on there. And then you get more strips and cover them all up until there's no more insulation showing. And that will help seal off any sunlight from damaging it, and will help keep the insulation nice and dry. So I'll be back to show you what the finished product looks like, because it's too hard to effectively coat the entire line in a timely manner and hold this iPod Touch while I record. I really should get like a hack cam setup, but this is what I gotta do. So yeah, there's the 4-ton unit, and here's the 3-ton.